I like this music, Todd. I think you were right to call it back. I mean,
I think so too.
It's good.
I like the overlay.
Yeah, I like the classic. So, hello, welcome, good Friday, right? Friday, as Todd's daughter likes to say.
Yeah.
I'm professional Scrum trainer Ryan Ripley. That's professional Scrum trainer Todd Miller. Together, we co-founded Agile for Humans, LLC, where we provide the best Scrum and Kanban training on this planet. Through scrum.org and prokanban.org. All right, maybe not the best. We're pretty good. Lots of classes, lots of opportunities. Check out the description if you want to take a class with Todd and I. We hope to see a lot of you there. Co-wrote a book, Fixing Your Scrum, Practical Solutions to Common Scrum Problems. Helps a lot of people. We hope it can help you too. Check that out as well. And we show up every day, every weekday, to answer your questions. So like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know how we can help. And we'll try to do just that in a future video. Mr. Miller, help. My Scrum team is Resisting Agile and Scrum.
I just got that Beatles song stuck in my head. Like a help. I need somebody. So I'm not a singer. I would sing it.
Help.
So I wonder what stance is being taken here from a Scrum Master, because I can think of times where I've had teams resist not Scrum or Agile, but resist me.
Yep.
Right. So
love it. Tell me more.
Yeah. So like I'm thinking in a particular situation where, in all fairness, I was going through the PST process and I was a Scrum Master and I was, like pumped up. Right. And I was like, thou shalt not. I was coming in like just a little bit like a Scrum cop. And rather than resisting Agile and Scrum, which for all intents and purposes is developer play, they're resisting me because I was being a Scrum cop.
I'm looking at our book. People are like, why is Ryan looking away? I actually opened up to our chapter on this. We actually talk a lot about, there's actually a section in the Scrum Master chapter called Help, I'm the Impediment, right? Where the Scrum Master is acting in a way that is totally not helpful to an Agile or Scrum adoption. We've got a bunch of anti-patterns here. One of my favorites, and it actually came up on social media, someone else called it out, the dreaded Scrum Lord. Right? Yeah. And so this is the Scrum Master who acts like a dreaded team boss. And we note in here, like, sometimes I look at these pages and I'm like, man, did we write this? This is too good to be us. But what does this lead to, Todd? A decrease in quality, increased technical debt, and a demoralized team. Mm-hmm. And so it's possible this is happening. And there's a lot of other good stuff in there. We hope you check it out. And so it could be us. It could be the Scrum Master causing this. What if the organization has tried this in the past and the people who bought into it were punished or left kind of stranded? Mm-hmm. And when things kind of snapped back to the old ways, they kind of felt, hung out to dry. Maybe there's some baggage like that going on that we need to work through.
Or maybe it was implemented in a way that was being used as a micromanagement tool rather than what it was meant to be used for. Right? That could have happened, or people could have had that experience from a prior employer.
Yeah. Well, and Todd, how many times have you seen, or have you been a part of a transformation where they come up to you and said, all right, Todd, we know you've been operating as a delivery manager, for example, for the past 5 years here with company XYZ. But we're adopting Scrum and we've decided you, sir, are a Scrum Master.
Right.
That is coercion.
Yeah.
I think I actually don't think people resist Agile and Scrum. I'm stealing this idea from Esther Derby. Esther's brilliant. She comes up with these awesome change ideas. Actually, 7 Rules for Positive Change is a recent book of hers. We talked to her about it on the Fixing Your Agile coaching section on the YouTube site. Check that out. She has a lot of great things to say here. One of them, one of the quotes that we constantly steal from her is, people do not resist Agile and Scrum. They resist the coercion that's being used to make the change. And so if you're telling people no one likes to be told what to do. And so that's where that resistance comes from. And so maybe that's part of it. You haven't co-created the change with the people being impacted. And they feel like they're being told what to do instead of being asked, what do you think? What's the best way to go about this? You ever see that?
Yeah, all the time. Like you said, it's that notion of coercion, right? Yeah, I can't help but think too, where I have been a Scrum Master before, and let's be honest with you, developers get beat up a lot, right? I do not think that we have solved the fact that a vast majority of people that come through our training classes are not developers.
Yep.
Why? Why are we not enabling the people to build the product, right? Why do we have a hard time getting people to buy into the applying professional Scrum for software development class, right? Instead, like we've talked about before, we just say, hey, here's a $400 a year Pluralsight license. You'll learn on your own. We don't have time to send you to training, right? We don't have time to enable you, those kinds of things. So I guess that's a slight rant there, but that's the truth, right? So they could be resisting because, like you said, they're being coerced to do it, and they don't know it because no one's investing in them to understand it or understand how to build under those kind of circumstances.
Yeah, I like it. I think a lot of these different things could be going on. I think there's some good help in our book if you want to check that out. I think the questions and the ideas we've posed here are certainly sufficient. So if you're a Scrum Master facing this, take what we've talked about, maybe grab a copy of Fixing Your Scrum, dig through some of the ideas in there as well. A lot of this, though, is going back to your team and asking, hey, what is up? Like, what is this? Where's this resistance coming from? Did an implementation hurt you in the past? Are you irritated that you haven't been asked to co-create? Maybe, though, I think the last idea here we'll give, Todd, and then maybe we'll jump to the end screen. Maybe it's just one of those hero programmers. Hero coders do not like team environment. There's a lot of transparency. And I think sometimes we might just lose people to the transformation as well.
Yeah.
All right. End screen time.
End screen.
Hey, look at that. We'll get a little music going again and we'll mix it up a little. Be sure to like and subscribe. We know that most of you are not subscribed yet. Share these shows with your friends, your colleagues, your family, who else you think would get some benefit. Sharing is caring, helps us keep the show going. So take care of those things. Check out the socials. Share your favorite episode online. Share it on LinkedIn and Twitter and all the other places that people go. Some videos should have just popped up. The YouTube algorithm thinks that you'll find them valuable. We do too. Leave your comments. I think most importantly, keep the interactions going. All of you are having some great conversations. You're helping each other. You're leaving us some really challenging questions. Let us know how we can help, and we'll try to do that in future episodes. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. Go out, have a great weekend. We hope you're surrounded by friends, family, loved ones, and that you come back next week ready to hit the ground running, ready to do some great Scrum. We'll be right there with a new episode, and we can't wait to see you then.
Cheers. Have a good weekend.